Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia kid,
And Teresa.
and y'all can't see her today, but y'all know how that is. Y'all, this is not one of our normal videos. There's been a few things, as most of y'all know, uh, that's gone on. Has a lot of it been going on for a long time. Why? Uh, your guess is as good as mine, but I do feel like that I need to clear up and straighten out a few things. And by that, let me start by saying that Donna Pritchett, or Donna Presley as she wants to be called, uh, we've never ever had any problems in life. Karen, her sister, we always called her Susie, is mentioned. She lived up there with Nash and Earl, her mother and father, their mother and father, and you know what was said was a question that was asked to me of my opinion, of my thoughts, of what I thought Donna said, and I said exactly that. Basically, straight out, you can watch the video. That I didn't. My opinion was different from hers, and that's life. That's you can do that. Uh, the thing that really got me, though, is there was an issue made out of because I said something about she wasn't up there a lot or this or that. She was up there, but a lot of times she wasn't. I wasn't, and that's fine. Fine to say. We've never. Go back through any video me or my parents have ever done. If we wasn't there, we'll tell you we wasn't there. If we knew something about the story, we would tell you who told us that story or whatever. But never have I disrespected Donna or Karen Sue in any way. And I have never, ever called them a liar. However, as you all see, I was called a liar. And I hate to do it, but like I said, I'm going to prove my point. The Aunt Delta story that I told was the truth.
That she had a crush on Strada.
Yes, and it did happen. I didn't even tell the whole story. But it is true. There's many other people that was there that's still alive today that knows it was true. And, rather than just saying, I never heard about it, or, I don't remember it, or I wasn't there, it's possible I ain't going to comment on it. And instead of just being a truthful person, you wanted to come right out and call somebody a liar. When in fact, like I said, I'm not the liar. It happened. Along with other stories of Aunt Delta, Uncle Vernon, the whole family. That's what we do is tell the Elvis stories. Now, you may agree, you may not agree with what we've said, and that's fine. But, like I said, I really want to think, though, and hope for Donna that she'll realize that I think she was kind of maybe
coerced a bit.
Yeah, coerced a bit and put into this. I've got a battle with nobody, but I'm not going to sit around and let somebody talk about my parents and just go on and on and on and on and on. And, we talk about 40 or 50, or we don't. Somebody does. 40 or 50 years it's been going. It's never. Does it not strike anybody funny that it's never been a problem, not a major problem to anybody? It's never been brought up. The folks that didn't like it, they said they didn't like it, and that's fine. You have your opinion. I totally understand that. But there are people out there that do want to know the human Elvis, the true Elvis. And you can say, this and that or whatever you want to say, and now that I'm speaking of it, let's get on that. The self-proclaimed great defender
Of Elvis.
of Elvis.
And,
Yeah.
and the family.
Y'all, I always believe in just opening your eyes and looking, and each and every one of y'all can see it on the videos. He clearly says what all he's got to say, and in his videos tells you exactly that it's not fact.
Yeah.
That it's not the truth.
Nothing
It's
is
for
true.
entertainment purposes only.
It's not very entertaining.
So, I mean, if you like to be entertained like that, that's fine. That's your opinion. But, you know, don't question and get upset about the truth. You know, there's an old saying, and it is, the truth hurts sometimes. But, y'all, you know, we're going to get back to our regular videos. You know, hopefully somebody will see the light. You know, and I'm not, like I said, going to keep carrying on this thing on and on and on. But there is another thing I want to address. I mean, you know, if you're that obsessed with my family, hey, so be it. But, you know.
Speaking to this other person. Not,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
not to our
No. You know, gosh, it's, you know, it's terrible that you want to try to make an issue out of my mom and dad being young when they got married, when there was millions others that did during that time.
And they're still married.
Elvis himself did during that. There's nothing wrong with it. But the way you're pushing, you know, and trying to say that, you know, my daddy, no, he was just like everybody else then. Most during that time they married young, you know, still do. Once again,
don't make something into it that it's not.
Right. But once again, it's proven, you know, and this was out of Donna's mouth, that, you know, how absurd it was for Aunt Delta. She could have been old enough to be his mother. Well, yes, she could have, but she was still a woman. She was still a person. And
okay. So what?
There again, if you want to get technical, you know, Elvis was old enough, almost could have been Ginger's father. But what point is that? I mean, who, you know, if you want to date somebody.
It's not involving children. None of that was involving children.
Y'all, what I'm trying to say is it's come to a time, I think y'all have seen the picture. We're going to continue doing, you know, for y'all, what we've been doing, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all, the true Elvis fans. Y'all all know who you are. Those of you that hopefully, you know, you'll see, like I said, you know, good or bad, never lied to you. My parents have never lied to you. You know, like I said, I'm trying to get it straightened out, but you know.
But let's real quick address this though, because that's right what you say. But then it'll be brought up that your daddy, you know, they wrote about Elvis still being alive. Well, they said it wasn't true. It was newspapers and grocery store rags that took it
once
as
again,
true.
he stood by.
Don't twist things around.
You know, he's been asked, you know, why just keep pushing and pumping and trying to make something out of nothing? You know, him or us or me, any of us, has ever not said we didn't stand by what we said. We do.
Well, and again, that was what, 50 years ago, 40 years ago. That's how they dealt with their grief. But they had said it wasn't a true story. But then, you know, your crooked magazine rags took it as truth.
Right.
Like everybody knows things on those
I'm
things.
going to tell you,
anyway.
you know, and it can be turned and twist. Once again, open your eyes and go back. Go back and look at who kept and carried on when my parents, me and Teresa, my daughter Danielle, my granddaughter Laney, has never, you know, kept on or said anything and just let it basically, you know, die off or go away. But it wouldn't. It's every. And basically what I said is true and still true today. That's, you know, that's your top content. Is me and my family. You know, that is it. I mean, you've proven yourself.
4 or 5 hours. In front
Right,
of,
you know,
in
just
front of the camera.
constantly, you know. But that's fine. Hey, if that's what you want to spend your life doing and trying to get things stirred up, then so be it. Donna, I'm sorry that, you know, this person led you into that. Hopefully, maybe you'll see the light, but by no means did I lie. And, you know, I'm going to, you know, it can be proven. That's totally up to y'all how far you want to carry it.
There's other truths out
So,
there.
yeah, you know, there's a lot of other stories out there. There's some probably it's not going to be told. There's others that's going to be told. And, you know, that's why we're all human, to like and dislike. I mean, that is just, you know, and then, you know, some people talk about how childish. Yeah, you're right. It is childish. Like I said, going to go on. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Real quick before I go, though, one more thing that just proves itself, not out of my mouth, out of his own mouth. If you watch and believe and support the Smiths, you're ass kissers. Oh, but yet I don't call anybody names.
He does.
I
He
never
says he
call
doesn't.
anybody.
That's what he says. He never calls people names, but he does call them.
Y'all are watching this with your own, like I said, with your own.
Yeah.
You know,
But nothing he says is true or factual.
I haven't called any of his fans
and
or
it's
his
for entertainment
followers
purposes
any
only.
names.
No.
And he's not going to call my Elvis family names. I mean, it's there to see. But, and you know who I'm talking to. So, I mean, now make your 25, 30 videos that you want to make from this. And, and you can go from there. I'm going to go back to doing what I know my Elvis family loves and wants.
And we'll be back tomorrow with a fun, happy video like what we all enjoy.
Yes.
With
yes,
true Elvis
yes.
facts and true Elvis stories.
That's it. Y'all, we're going to get out of here. I've said my piece. But also, like I said, just open your eyes and look. I don't have to speak. It speaks for itself. Listen to their words that come out of their mouth. It tells you all you need to know. So with that, y'all, hey, we're going to get out of here. Remember, we always live Elvis.